Good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone, and welcome to this Monday evening's the UK Watch Community Show. How are you? And hope you all had a safe weekend in the UK after that stormy weekend. I think maybe that's the longest weekend I can imagine. I can remember actually of a storm lasting. I mean, the winds, and we were quite lucky. I'm in the southeast in Kent. But I think where Red lives in Belfast and Wales, they got quite battered with the weather and quite severe, localised flooding and everything. I just want to say thank you for joining us today, Red. Glad you're back, or at least for tonight anyway. Alex, thank you for being here, my friend. James, unfortunately, he's got family commitments, so maybe a bit later, who knows? But as I say, at the moment, he's tied up with the family. So it's Red and Alex and myself tonight for you guys. Just before we go on, I just want to quickly say hi to a few people: Tim Wright, Ray, Dingo Dave, James the Advisor, C Nord, David H, 4CD, Stephen L, Whole Milk, Tim G. Thanks for being here, Tim. Much appreciated, sir. Thank you guys for being here tonight. One Day Retro. Hi, One Day Retro. Good to see you in the chat, my friend, as always. Before we go on, guys, I will do a wristwatch check in a minute. But I just wanted to say, I don't know if you guys are aware, the passing of Mr. Armin Strong, who died on the 6th of December, aged 86. So, my condolences to Mr. Armin Strong's family and to his friends, and best wishes from this UK watch community in the sad days coming. But so that's the loss of Mr. Armin Strong, who passed away on the 6th of December, guys. Also, good evening, Matt H. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for being here. Hope you're well and had a great weekend. We're just talking about the weather. Hope you weren't affected too much. Kumo, thank you for joining. Number 19 upvotes. Thank you, guys. If you don't mind giving us a thumbs up, and if you're not already, if you please wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel, it really does help. So, guys, I am going to ask Red, what are you wearing on the wrist tonight? I can guess, but you can show us anyway, please.
I'm still wearing
the
White Dial Speeder. Yeah, slowly is becoming my favorite watch. This, so it is.
Really cool.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I just love it.
Is there some agreement between you and James Hess that only one of you can wear that watch on the stream at the same time?
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Are you sharing that watch with him?
Yeah, as soon as the stream's finished, he's got to put it straight back in the post, Alex. And, off to James S. But I'll show you mine, guys, because Alex's camera's not on, so I'll do my. I'm wearing tonight, guys. I'm wearing my Santos 100.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, where's the orange band? Where's the orange?
Yeah, I know, mate. I know. Yeah,
I love the orange strap.
You did, yeah. And you know what? One day Retro said the same thing, mate. Sodom, put the orange strap back on and just wear it, son. Don't worry about all the leg pulling. No, but no, I will do. I will put it on now. Back maybe in the spring, I'll put it back on. But guys, I've got to be honest. I've got to be honest to you. I did alter the actual title. It didn't say fortunes. It actually said thousands. But when I was actually loading the program up for tonight's show, there are a few watches that are in the thousands. So I altered the thousands to fortunes because although some of these watches are 30 and 40,000, these are what I'm going to show you is the watches that are about 30, 40,000 and show you an option that doesn't have to cost the earth. So,
well, before you move on, Stephen, although I don't have a camera on my computer in my office, But I do have. I can't do a wristwatch check, but I can do a drink.
Margaret?
Check. So there you go. I just made
This
that.
Is this the margarita?
This is a margarita that I just made before the stream started.
Oh, you did. Oh, but this was the
Yeah.
one you made. Oh no, this wasn't the one you made yesterday. At the last
No.
the last drink, was it?
No.
Because they're
No,
all,
this
they're
is
all
just
chili flakes, aren't they, on the side?
It's chili with ground chili with salt, citric acid, and some lime zest. So I just
thought you dropped it in there Weetabix. That's what I thought you'd done.
No. It's a little bit of a dirty protest going on there, but I don't know, guys. So, I don't know, guys.
I thought you'd had a sip. Actually, Alex, I thought you'd had a sip after eating Weetabix. I don't know about.
So yes, I need to put my teeth back in. But I wonder if, I don't know what happens on a Sunday, but every time on a Monday evening, I feel a bit headachy and a little bit sort of run down and not. I don't know if there's any correlation between that and the vast amount of cocktails I drink on a Sunday night. I don't know. Maybe there is that. So I've decided to just you know what? I'm going to carry my buzz on from Sunday evening and just have the same drink that I had. Slight variation, and it's tasting really nice. So I just thought I'd share that with the gang.
But as I say, yesterday, Mike Lewis on Tim Wright show, he unboxed two amazing watches.
Oh, yeah.
Two back. I don't know if you saw them, Red, but he unboxed. Was it a Starbucks and a? Yeah, he unboxed a Starbucks and JLC Reverso Dual Time.
Yeah, it was the Reverso Chrono.
Oh, was it a Chrono? Sorry, I thought it was Dual Time.
Yeah.
Beg your pardon.
Yeah, so it has the skeletonized chronograph function on the flip side.
Right.
And that's in excess of £25,000 list price. But he bought it on the secondary market. And even though that's only still a boutique edition, he held out until he got the price that he thought it was, worth it. So congratulations to Mike Lewis. Congratulations.
Yeah. And because he was saying that at one time you could only get it from authorized dealers, didn't he? You could not get one from the grey market.
You can only what you can do is you can only purchase it via the boutiques. So it's not available through non-JLC ADs. So you can only buy it from JLC themselves. You do get them on the secondary market, but they were commanding list price and above a little bit. But I think the market has receded a little bit. And it's just a shame that James Hess is not here, because I know he has a Reverso himself. I'm sure he would have got a kick out of that particular watch, but I'm sure he can have a look at yesterday's Tim Wright's live stream.
Yeah, if he can catch up on that, he can perhaps show us next week. But I'll tell you just very quickly, I want to just mention Cased in Time. They've got a promotion at the moment. You buy 3 watch cases from them and you get a fourth one free. And that's ongoing just for a week, guys. So anybody in the UK, check out Cased in Time. You get an extra case if you buy 3. You get one free. So just check out Cased in Time, guys. It's just got a promotion going, and it's only, I believe, for a week. So I just wanted to give him a plug.
A couple of people asked me too about the Red Bar Cased in Time. Case you can actually buy those on his website now too. You can buy the Red Bar versions on the website as well.
Okay, thanks for that, Red. I see the Rich Chick is in the chat. Hi, Rich Chick. Good to see you in the chat. Thanks for being here, my love. The wedding went well. He was asked yesterday. I'm not quite sure if I saw the reply, but I hope the wedding went well, and you caught the bouquet of flowers in the end. I just hope you jumped high enough. All right, let's. Sorry, what's Roly Mania saying to me? Was that TWA shares Cased in Time? I'm sure. Yeah. No, I haven't, mate. I just like the watch passes. Listen, there are others out there. I know they are, but
look, we know you're not getting a backhander from Case in Time.
No.
Otherwise, you'd be retired. Oh, hang on.
He's part of the community. You know, he's in the chat. Sometimes he's in Tim's chat last night. I just like to give him a shout out, you know, and I think they're good watch cases. I say I've bought 5 in the past, and what with Christmas coming up, I think there'll be a great stocking filler for him. But right, that's my little bit of a plug over. So the check's in the post. Yeah. Oh, Mike Lewis. Yes, we were just saying to you, Mike, congratulations on the
congrats.
double unboxing yesterday. It was fantastic watches. So congratulations, and we're both in good health. Not all at the same time, but yeah, we're in good health, my mate. They were actually amazing. Yeah, hi, the wrist chick, Roly Mania happy now. Oh, yeah. So, guys, I am going to start. There was something else I was going to mention, but it's gone completely out of my head. But as usual, you know, when you get to my age, your memory's dying. But yeah, it's good to see you back, Red. You're looking well as we were speaking off camera and off the show, and you're looking really well, mate. And you were saying you've lost what, over a stone?
About a stone.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Well done, mate.
Just
well
less
done.
19 crimes. Less 19 crimes.
Well, so just
the
18,
shares have went like that. The shares
Yeah,
are
just
down.
18. Just 18 crimes.
18 crimes.
Yeah, just 18 crimes there. Yeah.
Right, guys.
Yeah, the shares have plunged now, like, since I've stopped banning it.
Yeah, all the shelves are full up again now. So
Rolly Mania
says,
says,
sorry, I took it off. The kidney stone. Yeah, a stone taking a kidney stone out. I know. Right, guys, let's get on to what we was talking about, just alternative watches. You know, as I say, you don't have to spend out fortunes for watches. There are alternatives out there, and just as nice, you know, because they've got a name on the actual dial doesn't mean to say that the other watches that that you're really not really heard of are not just as good. Listen, I know the movements are in some of these watches are extraordinarily. I understand that, but I'm just saying, you know, you don't have to spend fortunes on a watch if just to have a nice looking watch. You know, if you can just forget about the movement and the workmanship that goes into it, there are alternatives out there. And I'm just going to just show you. Start off now. These first two that I'm going to show you has already been shown on Tim's. Tim showed this, and it's the Chapek. Promenade Transparencies, and it's this particular one that shows you the movement through the dial, and that says there, guys. That says, I just want to bring it. Sorry, you just see the movement through the actual crystal, which is, you know, really, really nice, and the movement on this is really, it's a lovely movement. But as I say, in a minute I want to bring up the alternative, but it's saying 8,099, but that's not the price, guys. This is the actual price of it. You know, 30% pre-order deposit, full cost is 32,000 euros, excluding VAT. So you've got VAT to go on this, guys, as well. And you know, lot of money. Yes, it's a lovely movement, really lovely movement. When micro rotor. Do I like it? Yes, I do. Would I buy it? No, because as I say, there's alternatives out there which are a little bit cheaper, which I'll bring up in a minute. But as I say, lovely looking watch. Chapek, I don't know what your thoughts on it, guys. Phil and Alex. Would it be?
I was tempted by one of these, but I was actually put off the time that Brian, I watched Brian unboxed his one, and it sort of didn't work right. That put me off slightly.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, Phil. Do you remember when I first met you? Was it at Watch Pro I first met you? And
yes, and they had the blue dial. Yes,
we both took a picture of that, didn't we?
And I was nearly ordering that.
I fell in love with the Chapek, and Phil had the same picture, and we just said, "Look at this watch. Have you seen this watch?" And we both showed the same picture. And even back then, when was that, Phil? 2-3 years ago?
That was
might have been 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, might have been.
And that was 20,000 euros back then.
That was 20,000 euros back then. And if they had that, if I could have bought that watch that day for that price, and and they just put it into my hand, I would have bought it, right? But as time went on, and as I sort of thought about it, and as they put the price of it up, it became way less interesting to me.
Yeah.
So it did.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree. And as I say, we both fell in love with that blue watch. But even at 20,000 euros at the time, for me, was out of my league.
It was strong money for it. I thought it was plenty of money even then for it. Yeah. But I absolutely loved that dial on the blue one, and
it was absolutely stunning, wasn't it, Phil? It was absolutely stunning. Yeah.
And if you said to me, the guy, I think it's the guy that sort of like sort of runs the UK bit of it. I think his name's Andy. If Andy had said to me that day, here, just transfer me the money now, and you can take this one, I probably would have done it because because I was that much. I just loved that watch. But as I sort of spoke to him about maybe waiting for one, and it was going to be a year, I just don't have the patience for things like that.
No.
I wanted them, and then it just never bothered them. And then they put the price of them up then anyway, by 3 or 4 grand, and it was just
Yeah. Well, that was the first time I'd heard of the Chapek, and as I say, but that particular watch that we're talking about, I actually fell in love with it as well. But as I said, for 20,000 euros, it was way out of my league.
How much is this? How much is this Chapek?
This one, Alex, is 32,000.
That's 1.5 couches. That's 1.5. That's 1.5 roommate couches.
And this is plus VAT. This is plus VAT. This is excluded.
Oh my god! So you could almost buy two
couches,
roommate couches.
2 couches. Yeah.
Is that the new? Is that the new unit of? Is that the new denomination of currency in the watch community? We're just going to judge it.
I don't know. It either seems to be the euro or the dollar, doesn't it? Or the Swiss franc. So
we're going to use roommate as a new form of currency, I think, from now on. But I mean, how many cased in time pouches do you have to shill to be able to afford this watch? Watch apprentice. A hell of a lot.
Thousands, mate. Thousands. So when I receive my check, I shall put it straight in the bank and put it towards a watch. So
very good.
The only thing with this watch is that you'll be able to bang it on the new couch. You won't be able to do no bang, will you? So.
Well, it's made out of leather, so it's not really hard.
There won't be no banging, squeaky bum time. So
well, that's something
completely different. This is the Chapek, guys, and I want to just stop sharing that and come back. And this is the alternative that I've picked out, and I love this brand, and I see it at Watch Pro as well, all those years ago, and I actually fell in love with it. And this is the Zeitwinkel. And it's the Sapphire Fume, and this is when Tim said about an alternative watch out there, and I believe I actually typed in Zeitwinkel because that was the first watch that came into my head, and I also think PG done instantaneously typed in Zeitwinkel, but this particular watch is Sapphire. It doesn't do this watch justice. This is a blue crystal, and it's actually absolutely stunning. It really is. And this is the watch I tried on as well. And if I had the money at the time, I would be like you, Red. I would have pulled the trigger on this at the time. Back 3 years ago, this was, I think, about 14 to 15,000 Swiss francs, which was about, I don't know, 12,000 pound. I'm not quite sure. But if I had the loose changed and I tried this one on, I would have bought this in a heartbeat. It was absolutely stunning. That crystal is absolutely, it is Sapphire Fume, which is blue, but you could actually see the movement behind, as you can now. Yes, maybe the workmanship in the movement, but it is an in-house movement. This one, it is a Zeitwinkel in-house movement. And I'll quickly, it's the just there, guys. Look, the ZW 103 manufactured caliber, 72 power reserve. Not as pretty as the Chapek. Let's see if I can find the movement for you. Not as pretty as the Chapek movement. I'm sure there is one somewhere. There it is. Not as pretty, as I say, not as pretty as the Chapek movement, but even so, it's an in-house movement. And this particular watch, guys, is now 23,200 Swiss francs. So an incredible leap, incredible leap. In the few years that in a few years that I tried it on, from I say 14 to 15,000 Swiss francs to 23. But guys, as I said, I was like Red. If I'd have had the money, I would have pulled the trigger on that day, because this is absolutely stunning. I couldn't have pulled the trigger. I could have paid for it, but there's a waiting list as well. So for these watches, but beautiful, beautiful. This is just an alternative, guys. But so that's the first two that I've showed. As an alternative. This is the alternative.
Do you know what do you know what Zeitwinkel actually means in English?
No, I don't. Don't go on.
So Zeit.
Do I have to mute you?
Well, you might have to. That's for other reasons. But I think Zeit is time or time of day as a concept. That's Zeit.
And we know what. And we know what Winkle means. So
yeah, it's time. Yeah, exactly.
Danny in the chat. Danny, good to see you. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're keeping well. Thanks for being here, my friend. All the best. Thank you, mate. Yes, guys. So the next one I want to show, guys. I don't know what your thoughts on this, but the next excuse me. But the next I want to show you is
Red. Do you have a Phones for You branch that you run? Is that because everyone's keeps asking you about getting an iPhone? Do you have
No, it's because the year of the London Watch Show, it was the time that I bought Tickers a brand new iPhone for his birthday, right?
Mm.
So that's why people keep on asking me, can they have an iPhone? That's why.
Oh, by the way, I think yesterday was Mental Jock's birthday. So
was it?
I think so. I'm not sure. Forgive me if I'm wrong, Jock.
I'll drop him a
if he's in,
I'll drop him a message. I didn't know that.
Sometimes he's in the chat. So if it is, then many happy returns. So I hope you
many belated happy returns if you're watching Mental Jock.
He hosted. He met up with Nico Leonard in Dubai. So I think he sort of did a gonzo or with Nico. So give that a watch, guys.
Was he
mostly about cars?
Was he at the? He must have been at the Abu Dhabi F1 then.
Yeah, I mean, I think Mental Jock on Instagram had posted pictures of him having his car polished.
Okay. That's right. He did, and I know Mental. Well, he lives in Abu Dhabi anyway, and I would imagine that Nico Leonard was there for the F1. He's a big F1 fan, and I suppose kudos to Nico Leonard meeting up with Mental Jock. Good.
That's good.
That's
good. Well done, Mental Jock, on capturing that on the interwebs.
Yeah. Yes. Guys, this is a tribute to Armin Strom, and as I said earlier, who passed away on the 6th of December. This is the Tribute 2 Copper Edition, 25,070 Swiss francs. I'm a big fan of Armin Strom. I took a few pictures of in Watch Time New York of their watches. Perhaps if I can one Monday, I will download them and show you them. They're really, really lovely watches. But this is as I say, the tribute.
Sorry,
Sorry,
Steve.
Alex.
We
Go
got
on.
Thomas Burnett in the chat, and he's saying
Yeah.
Zeitwinkel translates to time, which is Zeit, and angle, which is Winkle, which is incidentally what happens to me when I've had a couple of drinks as well. I get a bit of an angle on.
What?
bit of an angle on what, mate? You want
On the tripod, on the old tripod,
on the old tripod.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I really
My-
needed to know that. But anyway.
Yeah, I have had adverse on that, mate. So
Well, I didn't say which way it was pointing up or down. I just said it had an angle. That was it.
So, guys, this is the Armstrong Tribute Copper Edition at 25,000. Guys, listen, I'm not putting one watch against the other. All I'm saying is there are alternative looking watches out there that are a lot cheaper. You know, I mean, if I could, I love this. I love this. I think this is limited. This one actually to 10 pieces. But yeah, if I could afford it. But all I'm saying is that there are alternatives out there that ain't going to cost you the earth. So that's the only reason I'm showing you these watches, and you know they're absolutely stunning. They really are beautiful watches. Sorry, I'll just come back up a bit. And the movement, you know, it don't show you much of the movement, but you know, it's an Armstrong. What else would you expect? Exceptional watch. I don't know what your thoughts are on this particular watch, guys. Before I show you the alternative, but would it be something you'd be interested in?
So, what is that? The main? What is that? Is that the that tourbillon movement, or what is it?
That looks like that's the balance wheel by the look of it, Alex. I don't think that's a tourbillon.
Just an open.
I think it's just an open balance wheel. I don't think it's a. I think it's a tourbillon. No.
Yeah,
you could just see. I think you just see the spring inside the balance wheel. So, wait a minute. It did say tourbillon, didn't it?
Did it?
Did it say tourbillon? Oh, tribute. Sorry.
25,000. You would need to be getting the tourbillon there, actually. You would.
Yeah. But as I say, this is limited. I believe to 10 pieces. Look at that. It provides 100 hours of continuous operation. So. 2 o'clock. Nice looking watch. I mean, yeah, I'm a sucker for these dials and this particular looking watch. I'm a real sucker. But yeah, there it goes. Limited to 10 pieces. So you know, so that'll go very fast. Even at that price, that will go up very fast. They will sell out. So my alternative to that is
before you do that, we have CNord in the chat.
Wow,
the ever generous CNord. He's gifted
CNord,
5 UK Watch
so
Community memberships.
Wow.
I will in a minute read out who they are to.
Thank you, CNord, as always.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Fantastic support.
They are to Billy Jeans, PhD, Mr. Riddles, Ricky Breaks, Hal Halherstrand, and I can't see who else there is. Can't see who else the other one is too, but and Sergio, of course, Sergio.
Sergio, what, 99? Is it Sergio 999?
Yeah, all the nines. So yes,
nines.
Congratulations, guys, for and please
thank you for that, guys. And if you wouldn't mind,
thanks CNord for that generous contribution. Really appreciate it.
Well said, Alex. Thank you. Well said. So, guys, I just want to show you the alternative to tribute to.
This is a good, interesting question from 4CDs, and I want to maybe, sorry to hijack.
No, carry on, mate.
4CD says, love the look, but around £20,000, how do they hold value? It is easy to fall into this trap of like thinking of your watch as an asset. And sure, if you can purchase watches that you can then move on and not lose money, or maybe even earn money, that's not a bad thing to do. But if you love a watch enough to buy it, you have to assume that you've written that money off. that watch is not worth anything until you comes to you selling it. That watch is not worth anything. And if you're purchasing watches to commemorate an occasion, what does it matter? If it costs 20,000, 10,000, or whatever it is, if you can afford it and it's something that you want, and it's one of 10 pieces as well, what does that matter?
Yeah,
I understand what you're saying for CDs. And
but,
nobody wants to buy a watch that suddenly is worth a pound or a penny.
No, but don't you buy a watch because you like it rather than looking at the value?
Well, I mean, like me.
Do you buy a watch? Do you buy a watch to sell on, or do you buy a watch to like it and just to keep it? Listen, I'm not saying that you won't never sell it on.
Listen, between us, I mean, how many U-boats and Monacos do we have? I don't think that's not really. Don't take any financial advice from us lot, obviously. But anyway, I just thought it was an interesting point of view that Forsyth brought up. But I understand what he's saying. I understand what he's getting at.
Just want to see M2 Carlino's in the chat. Hi, my friend. Hope you're well. I just want to show you something very quickly, which is this. I forked out Penhaligon's.
Okay, cool.
This is for
Discovery set.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got. Can you tell us which ones you've got in there?
Yeah, sure.
I've
got the Curicus, the Blenheim Bouquet, the Endymion, Juniper Sling, and the Halfeti.
So Halfeti is probably their most famous fragrance, and the Juniper Sling smells like a gin and tonic. It's obviously influenced by that. So this Penhaligon's a fantastic fragrance house. They use a lot of natural ingredients in their concoctions, not chemical, not aroma chemicals like a lot of other ones do. They're a great British fragrance house.
Good evening, Seb Nelly. Thank you for being here, sir. Thank you very much indeed. Wow. Super chat. Mike Lewis, hi, TWA, Kojak and Red Shovel. Enjoyed the Kojak cocktail hour last night. Well done. Enjoy your streaming, guys. Thank you, Mike Lewis. As we said earlier, congratulations with your 2 pickups.
Mike,
amazing watches.
That's stellar couple of watches, particularly that JLC. As I said, between him and Double D, they're ruining my life by purchasing watches that I want. But you know what? Go on.
I'm just going to say, perhaps they're trying to change your taste, Alex. Trying to get you off, the Tag Heuer and.
No, I want these. I want these watches, but now that Double D is
open your horizons, mate. There's a whole new world of watches out there, mate. It's not just Tag Heuer,
Is it? Oh, I thought there's just Tag Heuer Monacos, and that was it.
Monaco, no.
I've always wanted a Laureato. I've always wanted a JLC Reverso, particularly the Chrono version. And there was another watch that Double D got. That was it. The Glashütte Date or something or other. Those 3 watches are my short list, and they've been bought. And now I've got Daniel Bloody Katz threatening to purchase the 1921 American from Vacheron Constantin, and I'm not having it. I'm not standing for it.
Mike Lewis is saying to you, mate, you need a nice JLC Reverso.
Absolutely. If they hadn't, the thing was, I was on the cusp of purchasing it, and it's only because I couldn't decide on what size and which configuration. And then by the time I went like, you know what, I'm going to pull the trigger, they then jacked up the prices by 45%. And out of principle, I've not ended up buying it. So there is that. Thomas Burnett, exactly. Kojak and TWA watches are bought because you like them, not as investments. Better off investing your money in stocks and shares. Yeah, exactly. So, there's many different opinions. Obviously Thomas is hugely into his watches. No one could consider him of being a flipper. Not mostly because he puts them on these horrendous straps. But I'm joking aside. No, we love you, really, Thomas. No, you like to personalize your watches, which is great.
Brutal. That's brutal, but true.
Yeah.
But
no, in all fairness, a lot of the watches Thomas purchased, the strap comes with them anyway. You've got no choice unless you go out and buy.
No, he changes
another strap.
He changes them.
There was
he
one.
tries
There was,
really hard to get the worst possible strap he can find, and he's very successful at it. So he is.
There is a game I play with my my friends where we try to give each other the worst bottle of alcohol we can find, and I think what Thomas has done is discovered that you could do the same thing with watch straps as well. But no, all joking aside, no.
Perhaps there's another show in that. Perhaps there's another show in
there is.
Decent watch straps you can buy.
No, no. Look, I love Thomas. Don't get me.
Yeah.
And
we all love Thomas.
He loves that P01 from Tudor. That's a fantastic watch. He loves the CK859, which is the one I've got as well. He's got a really nice, broad, eclectic. He's a true watch aficionado. Do you know what I mean? He's just like,
he is.
Honest
no
to
doubt
goodness,
about that.
watch,
no doubt about that. And
he's not a watch
snob
either.
It's not just the collection he's got, mate. It's his knowledge as well.
Absolutely.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. And he's such a nice guy, and he's always, well, I can't speak highly enough of Thomas Burnett. Anyway, I'm going to move on, guys, because
well, he also just to finish off on Thomas Burnett as well, because I feel like I've insulted him. Don't forget, guys, you can catch him on the Escapement Show, which is once a fortnight.
Yeah, so, and I believe it might be this Saturday.
Yes, this Saturday, I believe so.
It might be this Saturday. Thomas is on. Perhaps you can put it in the chat, Alex. So
yeah, I'll put a link. I'll put a link in the chat. How
about that? So, guys, this next one is the alternative to the Armin Strom. This is a collab between Louis Erard and Bjarne Hülter. And this one, guys, I've just, instead of looking for the price, I've got it written down. This is 4,444 Swiss francs. So, the Armin Strom was 27,000 Swiss francs. Which was limited to 10 pieces. So there may be, if you're quick enough, you may get one, but I would imagine they would all be sold out. What with Armin Strom's passing now, although he never owned the company, he sold it, didn't he? He sold it back in, I believe, when did he sell it? Back in 2006 or something like that. But this is the alternative that I've brought up. But this to me is another lovely looking watch. As I say, a great alternative, 43 millimeter, a lovely nice size, a lovely size for the wrist. Really nice looking watch. I don't know what your thoughts are, guys, but I like this one. I love this one, and there's another one that if we get enough time, I'll show. I may have showed it last week. I'm not quite sure, but here we go. It's low regulator Louis Erard and Bjarne Hülter 2 e-commerce exclusive. It's 4,000. Well, it's even more, guys. That's excluding tax as well. So, but this is an alternative to the Armin Strom that I showed earlier. Don't know what you're looking at. Yeah, once again, I think it has a Sellita movement. Let's have a quick look. Sellita SW200, is it? Somewhere. Thought it said. Nice looking watch, this one as well. This one is really nice. That's 3,500 excluding tax. But so they are out there, guys. There are nice looking watches out there. I just want to see if I can find. Oh no! See if did I pass the movement? Where did it say movement? Did it say movement? Yeah, waiting list. Right. Yeah. No, it doesn't say. Or does it? I'm sure it has a Sellita movement, guys, but absolutely beautiful watch as well. I like this very much so. Yeah. I don't know what you guys are saying in the chat, but hanging fruit, what's it say? 4 CDs, true. I was just lower hanging fruit. Cheeky Winders. Good evening, Cheeky Winders. Good to see you in the chat. Congratulations of Mrs. Cheeky Winders purchasing the Cartier what was it? The Pen. I can't think of the name.
Pantera?
No, Pen. I can't think. But as I say, she just added to her collection. She's got the Denison, I believe, and she won the Amiga, didn't she, at the show?
The Amiga DeVille Seamaster,
yeah, and then
vintage one.
I believe she purchased the Denison as well. I think.
Oh, okay. Which one did she go for?
The Panthea. Here we go. Look, she purchased a Panthea. So,
Panthera.
I checked it out, Cheeky Wine. It's a stunning watch.
Yeah, stunning.
Absolutely stunning watch.
Mrs. Cheeky Winder is a very, very got impeccable taste.
Yeah.
In watches, maybe not in necessarily husbands.
Yeah.
But
we'll move on. We'll move. Before we say too much, Alex, we'll move on. I think so.
No, it's okay. But
Designer Tilia, good evening, sir. From Aruba. Good to see you in the chat. Thank you, sir, for being here. Let's move on, guys. What's the time? Oof, nearly 1:45 already. We're 45 minutes already. Jesus. Time flies. Oh, he's not in the chat, though, is he? Anyway, it's the next watch is the Long Island. The Long Island Frank Muller. I believe this particular watch is the 11,000 £11,000 Art Deco, doing all different straps. That looks like I don't know if that's a tourbillon. That might be a tourbillon. I'm not quite sure, but that wasn't really interesting. You know, the nearest I could get to it, but I think this might be sort of yellow gold or rose gold case. But there's no prices. They're on request, but I did find one and it said it was 11,000. It's not this particular watch. I think the watch I found was just purely stainless steel. But I've always been a lover of Frank Muller, and I believe Mrs. Dodger is a big fan of Frank Muller as well. She was looking out for one at B&Q. I think she had her name down at B&Q. If they got one in stock, they would go to inform her. Go on, Alex. I'm sorry, babbling on.
Yeah, when you said Long Island, I thought you were talking about is it Mark from Long Island Watches? No, this is the model.
This is the model.
Yeah. But it was just interesting because before the show I was watching Russell on the Mad Watch Collector. He did a video with TGV, the Urban Gentry, as well as Mark from the Long Island Watch Company. And that's if you're in America, that would be equivalent of a sort of very affordable watch brand. So yeah, give that a watch, guys. They have a nice good old hour-long conversation.
So that's the Frank Muller Long Island with the date at 6 o'clock. I'm just going to quickly go through these, guys, because we are fast running out of time.
What do you mean we're running out of time? I mean, is your pacemaker about to give up on you?
My pacemaker? No.
The battery in your pacemaker. Do you have a
3 year life? 3 year life.
You got just keep winding it up, mate. Just keep winding it up. Listen, after yesterday, freaking appalling Spurs match where we threw away 2-0 lead to Chelsea, and again Chelsea once again beating us. You know, like I'm not going to kowtow to any sort of restrictions on our time and anything like that. If we want to go on, we'll go on. Sorry about that. Sorry, I'm just a very angry Spurs fan.
Yeah, so well, as I say, 2-0 and then 4-2, and then was it 2 penalties we give away?
2 penalties we gave away. I mean, there were penalties. Don't get me wrong.
Oh no, I definitely watched them. My son-in-law's a Chelsea fan. Unfortunately, he had it on. I can't be watching them these days. So
4-3, we lost. 4-3, we lost.
But guys, this is the alternative. This is the Cartier tank, priced at 4,800. And this is the extra large in the Cartier tank, the alternative to Frank Muller, which was £11,000. So this, guys, is half the price. As I say, I love Cartier. I've got my Cartier Santos on tonight. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Cartier. I think they're so stylish, and I never get tired of wearing this watch. And this is a lovely, stunning looking watch. I don't know what your thoughts are on these guys. Whether would you ever think about getting a Cartier, Alex, or Red?
Santos, yes.
Yeah,
I
thought about the Santos. I have,
Yeah.
I have thought about. I was nearly buying that one in New York. You know the black dial.
The DLC. Not the DLC one.
Remember it was. Yeah, I was nearly getting that with Tim that day in one of the places, but I just thought, in fact, it was a better deal actually buying it back in the UK. It was a better deal actually getting it back in the UK, so I didn't bother. Some watches are, you get a bit more discount off them here like at times. And it sort of works out better, with the import and all that, stuff. But no, I've never just got over the line on Cartier.
Steve, perhaps you can. So one of my concerns about the Santos, less so with the DLC versions, the Santos de Cartier, is the bezel scratches really easily. I mean, you've had your watch for some time. How is it standing up to daily use? Because it's one of your favorite watches.
Yeah, it is. To be honest with you, Alex, I've purchased a little tool from Bergeon.
You have a little tool.
It's like a little. It looks like a little nail file. From Bergeon, and it's a very fine, like maybe fine emery cloth. Okay. So you've got a very fine emery cloth on one side, and you've got like then it's even finer, and then the other side you actually buff it up, and that's what I take the scratches out of on my bezel.
So you do have a.
I do. Yes, I do get the little micro scratches on it, but with this little. If I remember next week, Alex, I'll get the tool out. It's literally a nail file. If have a look at on eBay. They're pens. They're absolutely pens.
Yeah,
and they're brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
But the DLC version avoids you having to have these sort of scratches.
With the JLC Reverso, the DLC. Sorry, if it was JLC. Yes. Sorry.
Yeah, Red was talking about a particular version that's got a black bezel, black dial. Absolutely.
I'm going to get his little. I want to get me little.
Red, it's good to have you back. It's good to have you back, Red. We've missed that highbrow.
Hold on a minute, Alex. What was he saying earlier? We don't want to know that. We don't want to hear about that. What was he saying about you? About your tripod? We don't want to hear about that.
He's more interested in yours. It looks like. Well, that's okay. He's a discerning fellow.
Yeah. We're not that close, actually.
He can't afford 19 grimes. He's going for the slightly smaller size, the 18 grimes. Yeah. So anyway, so the DLC one avoids a lot of the issues a lot of people have with the Santos, and that is look, some people don't care that it scratches up. And that's fine, they just wear it with a badge of honor and they'll just wear it. But there's something fundamentally wrong with the design of a watch that will scratch just by looking at it. So that's my only cause of concern. It's such a beautifully finished watch, and yet you just like wear it under a shirt and it will just scratch straight away. And a lot of people end up getting disheartened and moving out of that watch. I think you should just enjoy the watches you enjoy and not worry so much about the scratches.
Exactly. I mean, as I say, if you're going to start worrying about scratching up a watch, then you're never going to wear it, are you? And what's the point in having it only in a watch if you're worried about it? As you know, I mean, let's go back to Morfred when he had his Daytona, and he dinged it, didn't he? He actually dinged it within a few days. He actually put a massive scratch on the bracelet.
Who was that? Who was that?
But if you're buying these watches to wear, for Christ's sake, So
who dinged their watch?
I thought Morfred dinged his Daytona.
Oh, did he? Oh,
yeah. I think. I thought he did. I thought he showed us one day.
Did he not ding the back? is
Batman.
Batman against the hand dryer or something? He was standing, at a dryer, and someone sort of like pushed into his back, and the watch sort of slammed into the dryer. And I think,
Yeah.
Right.
And I think he did
Yeah,
it then.
it was the Batman, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, right.
But it's
Sorry,
still expensive watch. It's still expensive watch.
I thought because after a few days that he'd had his Daytona, he'd done something to the bracelet as well. So he put a massive scratch on it or something like that. But he went,
yeah, well, he's a klutz. What does he have?
So I'll move on. This Gerard Perregaux is the Laureato 38mm Sage Green.
That's nice.
12,700 pounds. Lovely watch.
Oh, God, stop it. Stop it. You're killing me. All right.
This is a lovely looking watch, guys, all in different colours. This I just brought us up because the sage green, but really, really nice looking watch. Is that copper or salmon? 17,100.
It's a diamond bezel, though. You don't want that.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh, yes. Sorry, it is. I beg your pardon. Sorry. But let's just go back. Who's saying in the? But say 12,700. Nice looking watch. What?
That's hilarious.
Roddy, remind me about that comment when I next see you. Mate. You piece of shit.
Oh dear. Just go back to this. Oh, I do love you people. I do love you people. Oh dear. And right, guys. So the alternative to that. Can anybody guess what the alternative is going to be?
Sorry, just before you do that, Sergio has come back on the. He has the Santos. He's had it for 4 years. Yes, some scratches, but doesn't bother me. Is the right attitude? It's the right.
Yes,
attitude.
right at all.
Brilliant, Sergio. Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah. And also we have Thomas Burnett. He's gifted a watch community membership, and that is to
much appreciated
to Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank.
As it's game. Hey, I'll pick
and
one more.
He's given another one.
He's given another one.
What is he doing?
$10.
Drip feeding. 209.
Thank you very much indeed, Thomas. Thomas, could you put in your chat? Is the escapement show this Saturday, please?
It is.
Just give us put it in the chat. And
so 209 was just gifted a membership by Thomas Burnett, the very generous Thomas Burnett. So thank you very much for that. And 209, please thank Thomas Burnett as well. If anything, just go to his channel, subscribe, and watch his show on this coming Saturday. That would be great.
Right, guys, I'm going to bring up the alternative to the Laureato. Anybody guess what the alternative is going to be?
If it's a Tissot. No, it's going to be the Christian War 12.
Well done, Alex. It's the Christian War 12.
Okay.
This is a great watch. Oh,
that is a great watch. That's a great
Look at that.
Not so much. This is the 36, is it? Because that's that green color.
36, yeah.
Yeah, there's something wrong with their color schemes on the 36s.
Okay.
But on their standard 12s, the 40s, they got a lovely more considered. So they do in titanium, they do a green, purple, and blue. The green and the blue look really nice. If you want it in steel, then you've got this sort of solid colorway. So
titanium bracelet on this.
Yeah, I mean, my missus was looking at this watch as an option. So it's a great watch. It's got the cost certified SW300 from Salita Movement in there. Great watch. They now actually, I don't know if you guys know, but they actually now have an official retailer, which is Time and Tide Studios in London.
Time and Tide.
Yeah,
wow.
they just announced that a few days ago, and Andrew McCutcheon was very fortunate enough to be able to sort of snag them and see how it goes there. So if you guys want to have a look at these watches in person, then why don't you arrange to go down to Time and Tide Studios? They're just on Oxford Circus, just on the top end of Regent Street, where it meets up with Oxford Street. It's really quite not that far from there, a couple of minutes, if that. And they've got loads of different brands as well. So they've got Bremont, they've got Christian Ward, they've got Isotope, they've loads of other brands, and they will rotate them as well. So definitely worth a visit.
And the price of this is 1,595 as an alternative to the Laureato.
I had a chat with James, the marketing, the brand marketing director from Christian Ward on the NATO strap. But
can't say NATO anymore. It can't say NATO anymore. It's
no, that's all right.
It's all
so. Oh no! Oh dear. Okay, never mind.
So Thomas won't be doing a show. He's entertaining a friend who's coming to visit.
Well, he's got so many shows to watch. Go back and look at an old one. He's he covered all the topics. So we'll look forward to your next show, Thomas.
Good evening, Dodger.
Well, when speaking to James, it was just such a fascinating conversation with this guy, to sort of see how this company has, or rather this maison, because I think they're probably fitting to be called a maison rather than their company, just how they are using these opportunities to advance what they're doing. Obviously the Bel Canto was built on the jumping hours movement that they made, that they shared with them with Fears as well. But they're coming out with some funky stuff as well next year. So if you don't, Christopher Ward are coming out with some crazy stuff. That titanium watch with the plot looms, the sort of dive watch, looks amazing in person. And the 12 it's so, I know it's about 3 times the price of a Tissot PRX 80, but it's about 10 times the watch, I think, in terms of fit, finish. It's got micro adjustment as well. It's got, it's a great great bargain of a watch.
Good evening, Humble Pine, or good afternoon, I should say. Glad you can make it, my friend. And the Noctua Watch Corporation, they need to make the Lumiere in steel. Oh, wow. Okay. Glad you're here. Thank you for joining us tonight. Much appreciated. Tim, what's Tim saying? Sorry, was it? Sorry, just
you're saying that Time and Tide.
Tim, right? Andrew of Time and Tide just got Toledo and Chone watch. Yeah, that was one watch I was going to bring up, Tim. But if we had time, but we maybe run out a bit of time. I was going to do that a bit later on. Maybe I'll do it next week. Next week's show. I've got it written down. Perhaps I'll have a look at it next week. Yes, let's carry on, guys. On the next one. So that was the 12 for the. Right. The next one is the IWC Ingenieur Automatic 40. I don't think this is their latest one. This is saying £10,100.
No, that teal one is. Hang on a second. So they do. Steel one is about 10 grand. It's the titanium.
This is the steel one, automatic winding.
Yeah.
Closed case back. Okay. Sorry. So this is the Ingenieur 40 millimeter at 10,100. Which I do like this, but I just think it's too expensive. I just think it's
way
too expensive for what it is.
It's got the same movement as you'll find in a Mark 20. It's also got the same movement as you'll find as a Bomber Mercier Clifton, which is a $2.5 grand watch.
Right.
The Type 20 is what, $6-7 grand watch. So quite how they can justify charging you a lot more for a Gerald Genta designed inspired watch is a little bit beyond the pale. But they're pitching up against the Laureatos of this world, which is a lot more expensive. So that's
this
probably
is
why.
what I put as an alternative: Wristmaster Slim Yema at 1,699.
Has that got the micro rotor movement on it?
Let me have a quick look, Alex. Let's have a quick look. If it's got This is a lovely looking watch. I like this. So if the Yamaha shows an open case back. Come on.
I'll be back in a minute, guys. Hang on.
Okay, no problem, mate. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find if it's an open case back. Yeah, tapered. Right, here we go. Yes, it has. Yeah, that's a nice looking movement, isn't it? I like that.
That's
I like
not that is a nice watch.
Yeah. Yeah. And for the price, guys, look at that. Micro rotor as well. Lovely looking movement. Really lovely looking movement.
That is nice.
I like this as an alternative. I really do.
What price do you think the engineer should be? What price do you think it should be at?
I'm not, to be honest with you, I thought it was something like 15 or 16,000. What? Sorry, what price do you think I think it should be?
What price do you think it should be?
I reckon the engineer should be about 8 or 9,000, maybe 7 or 8,000.
I think it needs to be around 6. I think it needs to be around 6 grand. Yeah.
Right.
I was speaking to the AD here, that have recently took on IWC, and they are really struggling.
Yeah.
To get people interested in those watches. Number one, there's far fewer people know what it is, and when they sort of see it compared to other things, it is just the first thing you say, beautiful watch, but the price is way too much for it.
Humble Pie, and he's saying to Tim Wright, probably going to sell the Aqua and get blue, or see if micro adjust clasp can be swapped in. Wow. So I'll just carry on, guys. I'll just carry on. I haven't got too many to go. It's just gone 9. So just bear with me. I'll do the lot. I think I'll make
before you move on to the next one.
Yeah, go on.
Just want to recognize that we see the end of a watch relationship in the sports world, and that's because Lewis Hamilton is moving away from Mercedes to Ferrari. So he's been at Mercedes for the longest time, 11 or so, I can't remember how many years now, 8-9 years or something like that. One of the longest standing relationships. And that means he's no longer going to be an IWC ambassador. He's moving to Richard Mille. Now, I wonder if that was one of the reasons why he moved over to Ferrari. But, I'm sure IWC will miss working with Lewis Hamilton, who is one of the most professional brand ambassadors there is out there. He's a very hard-working brand ambassador. And the other thing was Watch Apprentice. You know, we were talking about the strap on your Santos.
Yep.
Do you think we could get maybe Thomas Burnett to advise you on what strap to put on that watch?
Actually, I think Thomas liked it, actually, if I remember correctly.
The orange one?
Yeah.
I think maybe we could do a community strap for that watch. Have a few sort of things on the short list and then open it up to a poll. What do you think?
Yeah, why not?
A bit of ostrich leather.
Bit of ostrich leather, yeah. or a denim strap. What about a denim strap?
Denim strap. Or
the Levi denim strap.
Or tweed strap. That'd be great. and we can get Thomas Burnett to sort of officiate the final selection, the final few that can go up to a poll. What do you reckon? You up for that?
I'm up for that.
All right, cool. Guys, put in the comments what suggestions what type of straps you think that would look good. Well, not necessarily look good, but you'd like to see on the Watch Apprentice's Santos. That would be cool. And we can maybe whittle it down to a few and then put it up to a poll.
One made from a pork scratching.
Oh, there you go.
That is still the most weirdest gift I've ever seen someone receive. A bag of pork scratchings at a watch show. It'll live in my mind forever. That's what.
One day retro says orange strap lives matter. Get over the bigotry.
Yeah.
Listen,
exactly.
I love orange. I love that. I
He's-
love orange. I love
He's
orange.
the big fan. He's the one that's saying put it back on and sod all the rest.
Yeah, right, yeah.
he's
I
been
mean, I'm
telling me
with
that-
Rolly
he's been
Mania.
telling me that
He's
all
telling
along,
you,
strap on.
yeah, Rolly
been
Mania is
telling
telling
me-
you should put this. Rolly Mania is telling you to put the strap back on.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
Put
he's
a
talking
strap
about
on.
your
He's
watch.
saying strap on.
Yeah.
Put a strap on.
There we go. All right. Sorry, Steve. Please go ahead.
No problem. No problem. I'm just gonna come up to the last pair, guys. This is the Patek Cubitus, and this is the Cubitus 5822P, priced at 70. What have I got written down? 76,690 pounds. Now, I've said this in the past. I didn't like this when I first looked at it. I just thought it was just so squashed on a square face. And very quickly, Mike Lewis, you asked me a question about the dual time on the Cartier Santos. I like it very much, mate. It's a bit of space. It's better spaced out, and I believe than this Cubitus even. You know, and that's what I didn't like about this Cubitus at first. It just looked so squashed. It didn't seem much room for the dials. And they've seemed to have struggled to get these dials in with that big date at 12 o'clock. But I've got to say, it has grown on me, but not for 76,000. Not for 76,000. But yeah, it really has grown on me. I don't know how you feel, guys, but is this something you consider if money was no object, or
Go on,
Even
Ray.
if-
you go
Even
first,
if I
Ray.
had the money, I would rather buy one of those, one of those monocles. I would rather wear like a monocle. Yeah.
Probably dead.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd hear the day, but
I would rather, yeah. I think there's actually more street cred in a monocle, like so there is. Yeah.
Yeah. Hang on a second. You know how my feelings on the Nautilus, sorry, the Santos de Nautilus. This particular version with all the complications. I'm with you, Watch Apprentice. It just feels like it's run out of space and they've had to just squeeze it all in. I understand.
Look at that. Who thought that was a good idea, that Dell? Who thought that was a good idea? It's bizarre.
I think if they could have made the day wheel a bit smaller, it might look more balanced. But I don't know. Perhaps I don't know. But listen, as I said, I didn't like this very much, guys. But it has grown on me. It has grown on me. But no, it wouldn't be one I would rush out to buy anyway. So
well, listen,
guys,
if you were fortunate enough to get the phone call, so what's the alternative to that one then, Steve?
Right, I'll show you guys the alternative.
Because Thomas Bennett just sent me a link.
Yeah, okay. The alternative to that is this one, which I really like. I really like this. The Glashütte original.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the Double D watch. He got the one in the green dial.
Okay.
I think this.
I like
this knocks the shit out of the Alongazon equivalent. You look at the date. You know the date wheels. You look at the date wheels there, right?
Yeah.
They're on the same plane, whereas on the Alongazon, it's actually two discs, and one is higher up than the other, and it has a little bit of a divider between the two, like built into the frame, and it just looks weird.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. If I had the money, and if someone gave me the opportunity to have the Alongazon, it would be an issue I would be happy to deal with. But these guys have got it right. 98% of the watches are made in the factory as well. So we're talking about in-house. So,
yeah, this is lovely and balanced. It's absolutely beautiful. This watch, it really is. And at $10,200. That's what I've got. I don't know if the price is on the screen. Let's have a look. But this is
Well,
such a beautiful looking one.
Double D got this for an absolute song. It's really annoying me.
Yeah. Look at talking to straps. Look,
orange
synthetic
strap.
grey. Look, synthetic orange. Synthetic orange. Yes. Yes.
Not natural. Not there's nothing natural about that orange color. It's
the
like Lucozade.
Function similar watches.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean,
very nice watch. I don't know. I found the price, guys, but I don't know if it was on this actual Web Glashooter website. I did get the price, and it is $10,200. And I say, I don't know what Double D paid for his, but I think for the price, you just can't go wrong with this. I think it's absolutely stunning.
Yeah, it was a lot less than this price. A hell of a lot less.
This is a beaut. Well, that's it, guys. There was a couple more, guys, but I think to be honest,
Can I show you? Thomas wanted to share a screen, so let me just bring that up. This is Not to Watch Corp. He's in the chat today, so we thought we'd sort of bring this up. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. This just seems to be. This is a watch. It's actually a watch. Yeah. Oh, look, a bit of the blank pans about it. For less than £340, they do it in black and also in green.
Wow!
Or is that just the strap?
Good. Less than a chunky way, so it's good stuff.
Oh god. 46 mil. That's lug to lug, but 42 mil diameter. So it's a a sensible size. It has a Seiko NH38A automatic movement, so that's great. No date on it. Thank the Lord. Love it. And look at that. Well, look at the loom on that. Look at the loom on that one.
Right.
Now that reminds me of the Hoya Night Diver, which is a fully loomed dial, and also some other watches as well do that.
Just very quickly, I'm going to show you just one more watch that I've showed it. I believe I showed it last week as well.
So shout out to Noctua Watch Corp.
Yeah.
And thanks, Thomas, for sending us the link so we can share that with the community.
Yeah. Check them out, guys. Check them out.
Yeah.
Right. Just very quickly before we go, I just want to share the screen. And this is, for me, value for money. You can't go wrong. This is a beautiful watch.
Yeah,
I like this. I do like this a lot, honestly. I really do.
This reminds me a little bit of the some of the FP Journe watches where they have the dials sort of merging together.
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
The resonance, I think it is called.
I did have an alternative to this, but I as I say, guys, we've almost caught for. I have to. I can't spend because I'm in my bedroom and my wife likes to go to bed early. So,
well, how much is this watch? How much is this watch?
Well, guys, I think I told you last week, but have a guess how much, Alex, and I'll tell you.
Is it 500 quid?
This is on a special offer at the moment.
Yeah,
Thomas Burnett will know. Please, Thomas, don't put the price in the chat because you know. But how much do you think this is? This is amazing value for money. Well, I'm going to show you guys. Let's see if I can bring the price up.
So just before you do that, like we got here. Okay, we got a bit of a aggro in the chat. We got Daniel Katz saying that someone's posing as Surly Danny. Look, we can only assume that Surly Danny is Surly Danny, and we hope so. And he's mentioning the Hoya Night Diver 1000 was a cool watch, and he owned one as well. Is that the original one, Surly Danny? The one which had the PVD bracelet, or is it the modern day Tag Heuer, which has got a rubber strap, and a DLC coated case? I'd love to know which one that is. So yeah, 300. Oh my god,
£303, which is a special offer, I believe, at the moment, and it will go up. A recommended retail price is €459, which is not drastic either, guys, and it's 40 millimeter, value for money. What more would you want? What entry level watch this could be for you? if you was interested.
Just to clear up the confusion in the chat, somebody's saying that Daniel Katz is not actually the real Daniel Katz. Someone is impersonating him. I don't know what's going on, guys. I don't know who is who. I don't know who I am anymore. I don't know who Steve is.
Come on,
and who
guys.
Red is. No, I'm joking.
We don't need all this trolling in this community.
It's
Come
not
on.
no, it's not trolling. It's just people having a little bit of a laugh. So.
Yeah, a little bit of a giggle, but as I say,
it's fine. It's all
sometimes. So, that's not Daniel Katz, not Daniel Katz.
You've misunderstood. You've misunderstood me, Steve. I wasn't saying that was going on. I was pretending there was something going on. As Daniel Katz would say, it's called a joke, not a good one.
Who am I talking about? Who's this?
Oh.
Bet that nocture will arrive before me.
Guys,
it certainly will, because the chalky white, mate, is sold out. So
sold out.
If there's going to be further,
they've been delivered.
If there's going to be further deliveries, who knows? But
you know,
as
who
I
has
say,
one
the
of those?
chalky whites is
You know
sold
who has
out.
one of it?
You do?
Yeah, we know somebody in
right.
the watch community that has one of them.
Who has one?
Well, I'm looking at the time. Maybe we'll talk about that next week.
Oh, I knew you'd bought one. I knew you'd bought one.
Yeah, he definitely throw a spanner in the works. Just now we're finishing, ain't you? Hey? Yes, this is the real Kojak.
He's sitting there wearing a chalky white. So he is.
Yeah, of course.
He's afraid to turn his camera.
He's
afraid to turn the camera on because he's a chalky white on, and he's loving it.
No, I don't have a chalky white. So, Carlina, yes, I know you were joking. It's just I think it got a little bit lost in translation, but it's all good.
Guys, we are now nearly 1 hour and 20 minutes. If there's nothing else that you want to talk about or any questions for the panel, I'd just like to thank every single one of you for being in the chat. I'd like to thank Red Shovel and Alex for joining me tonight. Hopefully, we could do it all again next Monday, which will come round just as quick. I mean, this last week just seemed to me just flew past. And as I say, it's Monday already. This stream's already over. But guys, thank you for being in the chat. If you haven't upvoted, please upvote before you leave, if you don't mind. Give us an upvote. Don't forget, I'm not quite sure what time Tim are starting tonight, whether it's 10 o'clock UK time or 10:30 UK time. I'm not sure. But please go over to Tim Wright later on and check him out, as always. But from us, Kojak and Kronos, Red Shovel, and the Watch Apprentice.
I've been Kojak.
Thank you for joining us, guys. Enjoy the rest of the week. And take care. Thank you so much. Good night and God bless. Good night.